Welcome to the Archive Network. I'm Aurelius, and with me as always, Malik. We curate the Civilization Archive. Today we open a new file, Achaemenid Persian Empire. Malik, you've had this one on your desk for a while. The Iranian Plateau is a landscape of extremes. Beneath vast, endless skies, it rolls in waves of ochre and stone. This rugged land, shaped by wind and ancient rivers, is where the seeds of the Achaemenid Empire first began to stir. Imagine the survival instincts required to thrive here. It sets the stage for an extraordinary journey.
Yet, Aurelius, we can't just think of this land as a map with borders. The plateau is alive with its own stories and its own people. It's about much more than survival. It's about resilience and adaptation. The Persians weren't just sitting around waiting for an empire to form. They were out there, actively shaping their identity, carving out a life in this tough environment. Each person here has faced challenges that have forged their spirit and their culture.
You're right to highlight that. Picture early Persian settlements near Anshan. They weren't grand cities yet, just simple clusters of mud brick houses, carefully adapted to their environment. The ingenuity in their agriculture is remarkable. They terraced the mountains and constructed qanats to manage water effectively. This resourcefulness not only helped them survive, but also laid a solid foundation for what was to come. It's these early innovations that hint at the vast empire they would eventually build.
But consider the human cost of this adaptation, Aurelius. Every terrace carved into the mountains, every qanat dug, came from real labor and immense sacrifice. The people of Anshan weren't just passive recipients of nature's bounty. They fought against it every step of the way. Their lives were deeply intertwined with the land, shaping their identities and struggles. It's a crucial part of their story, one that deserves to be told and remembered.
Life in those early settlements was a constant test of endurance. Narrow lanes wound between storage granaries, where families had to rely on each other for survival. You could feel the weight of their struggles in the air. Burial mounds near Marv tell us about their leaders and the wealth they amassed. This suggests a growing complexity in their societal structures, hinting at the foundations of what would eventually blossom into something far greater.
Yet, those burial mounds also reflect a deep divide, Aurelius. A divide that would shape future conflicts in ways that many couldn't have predicted. The wealthy were laid to rest with bronze swords and intricate jewelry, while the common people were often forgotten, their struggles unmarked. This stark inequality created a breeding ground for alliances and rebellions among the tribes, as those who felt overlooked began to rise up, fueled by a desire for justice and recognition.
True. But these early alliances were also essential for unity among diverse groups. The interactions with the Medes and Elamites illustrate a landscape where loyalty shifted like sand. Assyrian and Babylonian records document these skirmishes quite vividly. They reveal a world where survival often meant adapting to change. The Persians were quick to pick up on this lesson, understanding that flexibility could be the key to their rise. After all, history doesn't wait for anyone.
But those records also remind us of the human toll, Aurelius. Entire villages were destroyed, only to be rebuilt, often with the scars of loss still fresh. The cycle of conflict and cooperation shaped their existence, but at what cost? We can't overlook the stories of those displaced people. They faced unimaginable hardships, and their struggles must not be forgotten. Their experiences are woven into this tapestry, giving us a fuller understanding of our shared history.
You raise a valid point. Each challenge they faced pushed the Persians to reorganize and adapt, laying the groundwork for their identity. By the dawn of the 6th century BCE, they were no longer just disparate hill tribes. They had forged a sense of unity, amassed vital resources, and cultivated a vision that would set the stage for something monumental. It's remarkable how adversity can reshape a people, turning them into a force to be reckoned with on the world stage.
But let's not forget, Aurelius, that identity isn't just forged in triumph. It's shaped by the struggles and beliefs of everyday people. The sacred fires tended by priests reflect a complex spiritual life. Sure, the roots of Zoroastrianism were taking hold, but the old beliefs lingered alongside, woven into the fabric of daily life. This blend is crucial to understanding how the Persians, with all their diverse backgrounds, would eventually come together under a single banner.
Absolutely. As they adopted new practices, they faced the challenge of retaining their unique identity. They learned from their neighbors, integrating record-keeping and metalwork, which were crucial for growth. Their language began to evolve, reflecting these changes. This synthesis of cultures not only enriched their society, but also hints at the sophisticated civilization they were destined to become. We see this blending of influences creating a foundation that would support their ambitions for expansion and innovation in the years to come.
And yet, as they stood on the edge of greatness, further challenges awaited them. The landscape, once harsh and unpredictable, now buzzed with the energy of a people ready to seize their moment. Each step forward wasn't just a triumph. It carried the weight of struggle and sacrifice. Their journey reminds us that greatness doesn't come without its trials. Each challenge shaped their future in ways they couldn't always foresee, but together they held on to hope and pushed through.
In the darkness before empire, the Persians learned to navigate their world with a keen awareness of the forces at play around them. They stand on the brink of greatness, and the flickering fires of their altars dance beneath the vast, unyielding stars. They understand that empires don't simply emerge. They rise from the dust, shaping their identities against overwhelming odds. Each challenge they face only sharpens their resolve, reminding us that the journey to greatness is rarely a straight path.
That's where we leave it for now. Part 1 of 5, Achaemenid Persian Empire is far from done. If you're new here, we're Aurelius and Malik, curators of the Civilization Archive, part of the Archive Network. Part 2 drops soon.